our site, the website is osa2019.org. The way we're going to log into that is wp/admin. So that will require a user ID and password. Okay, and the site is built using something called WordPress, and primarily what I'm looking for your support is to create web pages and update web pages. The way we do that is we basically go to the pages menu option here and say we add a new page. Okay, so when we add a new page, say I'm going to say a youth page, for example. Okay, so once I do that, I can just here you have the option to edit what the link should look like. Here the link is youth, but if you want to change it at millennials, you can change that. Okay, so you can change anything you want. So but default is this. Okay, so here's the page title and here's the page link, and this page link will appear on the website. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to publish that. Okay, for the moment. Then there is something called a front end editor. So we are essentially going to use the front end editor. Okay, so I was showing the screen, so I have switched over to the screen. Okay, then there is some issue going on. Okay, hold on a second. Are you seeing now? The Word document is in the background. This has nothing to do with it. This one is the front. No, no, desktop means what? Are you able to see my the web page or no? No, I was start meeting. No, no, there is no such thing. No, no, I'm going to stop. Sit down. Hello.
Start meeting. Share better. There are 2 participants in the conference. Please announce yourself.
Okay. Hello. No, no, I dropped off because I didn't know what was causing problems, so I disconnected. Okay, so sorry that. Okay, so are you able to are you able to see my screen now or no? Okay, so I don't know what was the issue, but anyway, I will start from the beginning. Okay, so our website is this. Okay, osa2019.org. Okay. Okay, so to log in, we need to log into WP admin. Okay, and then we need to go to the pages. So here we were adding a one page, right? So the page I was adding, the page I just added was youth, right? YOUTH, YOU. So let me add a new page otherwise. Okay, so youth. Okay, so youth page. Okay, so what this will do, and after I did that, I'm just going to go to the front end editor. So let me just go back again just to make sure you followed it. Okay, so I'm going to delete the page I created. You can always search, and I will start with creating a new page. I'm going to delete this page. Okay, so what I'm going to do, once you log in, you'll come to a dashboard, and there we can add a new page. Okay, so the page, let's call it as youth. Okay, so once we are doing that, we can actually, you see the link here, perm link. So if we want to change the link, we can also change the link. Okay, so we add a new page, we give it a title, and then we can do what we can do is we can edit it. We can create the content right from here, or we can take the help of a nice front end editor. So I would always, so before you do that, you just have to publish it. Okay, so we are going to use the front end editor. It has a lot of elements we can drag and drop. Okay, say we have to add an element. Okay, so suppose you want to add a video, right? You want to add a video. What we'll do is this. So here you can search YouTube, for example, right? So what this will do is this will give a video. So let me search for an example here. Okay, so here is the YouTube video. Okay,
I'm Santosh Das.
okay, you got the link, right? You got the YouTube link. So here we put the link. We can say that is, we are saying like 100% width, so it occupies the full width. So the moment we are done, as you can see that the video link is actually created. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to test it out just to see if it worked or not. So you go to YouTube, OSA 2019, 2019.org/youth. Okay, so when we come here, you can see that the page is created, the video is there. So how simple it is just to add a video to a web page. Okay, so what happened, you created a web page, or maybe I didn't publish it, I have to update it. Okay, so I have to update it, and then I have to update it here. Then let's go back to the Safari browser, and let's see if the video is added or not. Are you able to see my screen? Okay, so here it should come. So let us see. It's taking some time or something, but it should come here. Okay, that's the editor. That is the editor, but this is the viewer. I mean, I am just basically going to the web page here, right? Yeah, I think it is taking a little bit of a time. Youth, right? We'll revisit. Okay, we'll come back to that. Okay, so you saw how to add. So now say you want to add 2 columns. You want to add a row, but the row with 2 columns. Okay, so sometimes we want to add row with 2 columns, right? So what we do is here we add a row with the 2 columns. Okay, so onto one column we want to add some text to that one. So we added a text block, right? So we can say this is the text we added. This is the text we added. Sorry, I can't even spell this morning, as you can see, right? So here you can add headings also. You can make it a heading, right? So second heading, you can do all those editings right here, as you can see, right? Different editings. You want to do different underlining and all that. You want to do different color, right? You want to do a color. All those things are available to you. Okay. So then let me add that. Okay. So we added the text on the left hand side, right? So then you want to add, say on the right hand side, I want to add a form. So let us see. On the right hand side, I want to add a Google map, for example. Okay. So then Google map, what I'm going to do, I'm going to do Google map, right? So then in the Google map, I'm just going to give an address. I'm going to give an address of say Mount Freedom Post Office. Okay, so I'm going to give that address. I'm going to Google, right? And then I'm going to find out the map on the Google. There should be a setting. Okay, so 1 second. I just have to find the Google map code here. Options, right? Bhaina, good morning.
Good morning. Sorry I was late.
No, I don't know if did I send you this message? Anyway, ମୁଁ ସେଇ ବହୁତ ପିଲାମାନେ ଅଛନ୍ତି ତାଙ୍କୁ ଟିକେ ଟ୍ରେନିଂ ଦଉଛି ୱେବସାଇଟ୍ କେମିତି କ୍ରିଏଟ୍ କରିବେ ବୋଲି. I mean, you are welcome to learn. New skill. There are 20, close to 21 kids there on the line. Sarang, Nagesh, they're all on the line. I'm just teaching them. So that way we'll have an army of kids who are truly involved in creating the site and updating the site under Sarang's leadership. Yeah, Pradeep Tripathi is also here. So what we did here, I just copied the Google code, and you can see we just added a Google map to our website, right, to the page. You see this? Two columns. On one side we have some text, other side we added a Google map with Mount Freedom Post Office. Okay? And then I am going to show you the screen. See this? This is slowly it will get updated. So this page will slowly get updated. Okay? So it probably taking a little bit of time to refresh, but it will get updated. Okay? So then let me add some more things. Suppose you want to add a button, Google button, right? So we want to add a nice button. So the button could be, say, donate button, right? So we can give a link. We can basically search the link. Okay? So I picked up the link. I can give you a title. Okay? And then I'm going to say what type of button it is. Rounded button. We can give you a color to the button. We can say classic red. That is typically a nice one to work. Alignment, let us make it center. Okay? And that's all we need to do. And we can say, that's all. And what happened, as you can see, a donate button got added, right?
What's the name of the website?
Huh?
What's your name?
What question you have?
What's the name of the website?
Name of the button? The website?
The website, yeah.
OSA 2019.
No, not that. What's this tool called?
So does it make sense to you? Any questions? Let me stop here for a second.
What's the name of the tool?
I can hear you.
What's the name of the tool?
The tool is, name of the tool is WP Bakery, and that is, see the donate button got added? So the WP Bakery is a plugin that is purchased, that is installed, and so that is what we are using to create these pages. Okay? So then, let me show you some other elements also. Suppose you want to create tabs, right? You want to create tabs. Tabs are important, right? So sometimes you want to create tabs, and here we can always go and say, hey, you know, the first tab, we can name the tabs here. Tab 1, we can say is buy, for example, okay? And you saw the tab name changed, right? So then we are coming here and see sections, right? We are going to say, hey, you know, this is sell. Okay? So you saw that we are able to create two tabs. And then underneath the tab, you can add also content. You can add, suppose a FAQ into first one, okay? So I'm just saving it. So you saw FAQ elements went here. And then if you want to add more elements, you can do that FAQ. Suppose on the sales side, we want to add a progress bar, a graph. Okay. So you are able to do all those right on the screen. Okay. So let me see what is showing up here. You see this? You have a buy, you have a sell. Under the sell side, it will take time to refresh. Okay. No, I didn't exit. I just had to see. I think taking a little bit of time to refresh. But at least you know we can add a nice tab and FAQ items, right?
Maybe just
And then let me say you want to add a contact form here, right? So to add a contact form, this is, you see this is added a contact form. But let's see. Then I'll show you some other things. Suppose you want to add a image. A lot of times you want to add image, right? Single image, multiple images. So single image, suppose this one, right? So the single image, what do we want to do? We want to pick up an image to add. Say Atlantic City image, for example, right? And we save it. See, the image got added, but the image is small, right? So maybe that is what we don't want. We don't want the image to be small, we want it to be large, right? So here you can say, it says thumbnail, right? So instead of thumbnail, if I do large, it will basically show a large image. And let's see. You see this? Large image? So we are able to change the size. So suppose instead of an image you want to add multiple images, okay? And then what we can do, we can add a slider. So we can add an image gallery, okay? So we can say like 3 images in a rotation. So we can do 1, we can do 2, we can do 3, right? And then we, instead of a thumbnail, we can say like full. So what this will do a rotation. And see this, how it is rotating? You see this? Second one, images are rotated, right? So then you can control the frequency. You can control the frequency, how slowly or how fast the images can rotate, right? So you can change the frequency. You see this? I changed to 15. Instead of rotating every 3 seconds, I change the frequency, it rotates slowly. Yeah, it still hasn't taken effect, okay? But you can see that we are able to add an image gallery. We are able to make the images to rotate, and we can control the frequency, how frequently you want the images to rotate, okay? So then let me show you something else. Sometimes you want to show a grid, for example. Sometimes you want to add a raw HTML page. You want to add some HTML code. You can just enter the HTML code here. So I'm going to say here, yeah, let me see that. And you can see that HTML code got added. Okay, here. You can add more complex HTML code, but that is a simple one to show you. Then tweet button you can add, icon you can add, then let's see, pie charts you can add. These are basically the elements, those are available, and using these elements you should be able to get most of your work done, really. Okay, and you can, there is also an accordion. So accordion is also a nice design. So what the accordion does, you can expand or contract. So you can expand or you can contract the section. So here you can do like that, or you can, you see, so you can add more things, you can expand or contract. So that is a good part of the accordion. So add accordion, And you can add one more, you can, just like that, you can add multiple sections. Then you can also add a separator. Sometimes there's a need for a separator, right? So here, what it does, so instead of a gray, I'm going to say, hey, make the color as black, okay? So there's a line separator, as you could see. Okay, see the line separator here? The line separator appeared here, right? And then if you want to, let's see what other things to add. I'm just thinking. You want to add a Facebook like button, right? So then so we are able to add a Facebook like button. Okay, can you? Okay, so next, say you want to add a Twitter button. Okay. So we are able to add a Twitter button. See? So we are able to add a Twitter button, and then in Google Plus, Pinterest, all those we can add. Let's see. Let me see why that. Okay, if you are not speaking, can you please put yourself on mute? Okay. Okay. So basically you are able to create a row, create multiple columns. So then add a text block, add a section, add an icon, separator. If you want a zigzag separator, message box, hover box, Facebook like, Twitter like, Google Plus, Pinterest, FAQ, single text, or you can add a text gallery, image gallery, image carousel, tabs, accordion, then buttons. You can add code, your slider, video player, Google Maps, raw HTML text, pie chart, round chart, line chart. So that is how all these elements you can create, and then you can publish it. So let me stop here. Let me ask you questions. No, that is it is hosted on on Amazon Web Services. That is the extent I will go, because the rest of the things are not really relevant to them. Yeah, yeah.
Making fish. Making fish now?
Yes, this plugin is used
Yeah,
for the page creation.
Is it topic today?
It's called WP. This bakery, you can go to the website wpbakery.com, and that is really used for creating the web page. Okay, and that is,
Wait, can you create a website on here?
yes.
But wait, so wait, what do you call main webpage?
What they can do is they can work on the chapter website, okay, that they can use for testing.
Baba asked me now.
I don't have Sarang. I don't have another. What you can do is you can get a server and a little database, and you can install WordPress, and they can use that as a learning pad if you want. Yeah, what you can do is you can create a test server, test site, and they can just play with that if you want, and you can share the credentials to them. Yeah, yeah. Okay. So I look up to you, Sarang, to take it over. Okay, take that one. Right, right. So anybody has, it is straightforward. Of course, it will take some time to get used to it. Okay. So primarily we are looking to create web pages and update web pages, maintain web pages, but everything will be under Sarang's leadership, and anything he will coordinate.
Yes, Sarangu, let's work offline. Couple of things, right? One is let us make a list of all the items that Shrivatsa just taught, right? And then we have to do. You just suggested let's do a physical session where they can practice how to create each one of those items and manage them, because they will have different levels of comfort in using WordPress. Right? Some kids might have done well, some of them are learning. So that's one. Second is we have to create a process of how the request will be handled. Somebody will say, I want to change this one item on this page. How we will publish to all the children, and who will, let's say Anshul says, oh, I will go to do it. So he has to mark that item in a way that everybody else knows that he's working on it, so nobody else will touch it. Third, we need some kind of a review mechanism, because at some point we'll have the production site. So maybe somebody can take a thing that before it goes into production, somebody looks at the item and says good to go. So a couple of these processes, and we should be all set.
I would suggest both of you speak offline and figure that out, please.
So most importantly, let's get everybody onto the same skill level
Right,
and comfort in dealing with all of these page elements and manufacturing them.
okay.
So then why don't you do it? Well, do it now.
Okay. So any other questions? Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to publish the recording, and Sarang, if you could please publish the statistics, and you and Nagesh please work through the mechanism. What is your intake process? What is your scheduling process? What is the review mechanism, and so forth. I will look up to you guys to take over that, and also same time, Sarang, if you could help to create a server database, install WordPress and all that, so they can use it as a playground to learn. I think, Sarang, it'll be better off to create a little test server, so they can work on that one. So that way there is no mistakenly overriding something. So I think it will be better off to create a test site. Uh, no, no, we will have to. What we have to do, we have to make sure all the widgets are available there, and just make a copy of that. Okay. Piyush, you have any questions?
I'm good. I just asked you after a call. Why are you asking that during the call? I can ask him really funny for that.
So what are you going to do?
What?
What are you going to do in that?
Wherever someone does it. Such an easy tool to use. I don't understand.
Right, right.
Linking is so easy on webs. Huh? You got a link or not? Keep on
No, no, that for the site we will not publish the logins. We will not do that. We will not publish the login to everybody. So what Sarang will do, he will create a test site and he will probably create logins for you there, because the test this production website, right? So we just have to tightly control it, the access. Okay. No, no, no. That is correct. We'll create. Sarang will create some test site, and then he's going to give you access to the test site. Okay. Just ask a question. Have a question?
No, I don't.
Can you talk a little bit about the aesthetic appeal of the website? Like,
Already everything I'm cool, my friend.
Okay, that aspect will be handled separately. The only area where we would really need assistance is to create some internal web pages apart from the main home page. Okay, the home page is something that will be treated separately, but there are a lot of pages we need to create, say for exhibitors, for cancellation policy, or for travel information, tourist attraction. For those type of things, we will need your help, and the home page will be treated separately.
मैं आज क्या होगा तो अभी तो डूबी क्या होगा
Yeah, what will happen is you most of the times you will receive some content, and we need to create a page for that. So, or we have a page, we have modified the content, we just need to update that. So the work will be of that nature. Piyush, you have any questions? And looks like he's okay for now. Yes. It could be tourist attraction. It could be, say, it could be like travel information, how people want to come from some place to another place, a map, a route information. So those type of work, or say exhibitors, what will happen most of the times, you will receive like a Word document, for example, and you will take that, you will create a page out of that. So the content will be given. It's not like you'll be creating a content. There will be some people who are going to look into the content. Sarang is going to coordinate all those, and then to create the pages, so you'll be contacted. Yeah, just email sir. Yes.
This is Nagesh. Just one quick question. What is the name of the editor we are using on this?
WP Bakery, which I added to the chat session, wpbakery.com, and that is the plugin we are using, and that is what we will continue to use. That's just the makes life much simpler. Okay. Any other things? That is Sarang is the boss. He'll figure it out. Or Sarang, maybe you can consider creating your own communication channel to keep it tight. Yeah. So and Sarang is Sarang will figure it out. He will just communicate with everybody, right? So I am just the instructor. I am the instructor at the beck and call of Sarang. That's all. Okay, excellent. Thank you, everybody. I really I enjoyed talking through this session. I'm looking forward to your assistance, and let's put some things moving. And Sarang and Nagesh, guys, I really would look up to you guys. Okay. Yes, I will. Okay. Thank you very much.